38 in that one. All right, moving on. Let's go ahead and take a look at some college basketball. We have a couple games of interest, beginning with Nebraska at Indiana. That's going to be a 6:30 tip-off in Indiana. The Hoosiers open 1, up to -2.5. Totals 144. 62% are leaning Indiana, 53% shaded toward the over. And at the moment, Nebraska is +120 for some money line cash. Now, if you like Nebraska on the road, just keep in mind they're going up against an Indiana team who is undefeated on their home court this season. They're a perfect 10-0 straight up at home. They're also 4-2 against the spread in their last 6 ball games. This Indiana offense is ranked first in field goal percentage at home at a rotund 56% from the field. Nebraska is also, on the other side, just 2-6 straight up in their last 8 on the road. Now, when it comes to scoring, Nebraska is 7-1 to the under in their last 8, taking on Indiana. Now, their defense is allowing just 61 points per contest for the year, so I don't think we'll see a whole lot of scoring in this one, but I do like the chalk. Give me Indiana -2 after buying the half a point, and the under 144 in that one. Next game, Syracuse at Duke. That's going to be a 7 o'clock tip-off at Cameron Indoor. Duke's -17, totals 145 and a hook. 56% are leaning Syracuse, 67% shaded toward the under. And at the moment, the Orange are +1,300 for some money line cash. Now, if you like Syracuse catching all those points, just keep in mind they're going up against a Duke squad who is 5-0 straight up in their last 5 at Cameron Indoor. They're also 5-1 against the spread in their last 6 ball games. Duke is 14-1 straight up overall for the year, 10-5 against the spread in those ball games. They rank 3rd in college basketball in offensive scoring. And speaking of the scoring, Duke is 11-3 to the under in their last 14. Their defense is allowing just 59 points per contest at Cameron Indoor. Meanwhile, on the other side, Syracuse is 9-3 to the under in their last dozen. So with all that said and done, very unorthodox lean. Probably won't be my strongest lean for the day, but I do like Duke -17 and the under 145.5 in that one. Next game, Wisconsin at Maryland. 8:30 tip-off at Maryland. The Terrapins open 3, up to -3.5. Total open 136.5, up to 137. 58% are leaning Maryland, 54% shaded toward the over. And at the moment, the Wisconsin Badgers are +145 for some money line cash. Now, if you like the Badgers on the road here, just keep in mind they're taking on a Terrapins team who is 14-3 straight up overall for the year, 11-2 straight up at home. This Maryland defense is ranked 4th in college basketball in defensive rebounding. They've also successfully covered the number in 7 out of their last 10. Now, when it comes to the scoring, Maryland's 5-0 to the over in their last 5, also 5-0 to the over in their last 5 at home. Meanwhile, on the Wisconsin side, they are ranking 14th in college basketball in three-point shooting. So we should see some scoring in this matchup here. Give me Maryland -3 after buying the half a point, and the over 137 in that one. All right, next and final game for our college slate. It is going to be Texas at Kansas, 9 o'clock tip-off in Kansas. The Jayhawks opened 8.5 down to 8, totals at 138. 62% are leaning Kansas, 66% shaded toward the over. And at the moment, Texas is +320 for some money line cash. Now, Kansas is 14-2 straight up overall for the year, a perfect 13-0 straight up at home. This Kansas defense is allowing their opponents to shoot just 39% from the field. That's ridiculous. Meanwhile, Texas is just 1-6 straight up in their last 7 on the road. Now, scoring-wise, Kansas is 3-1 to the under in their last 4. Texas 4-1 to the under in their last 5 themselves. So with all that said and done, I'm going to lean the Kansas Jayhawks -8 and the under 138 in that one. All right, next and final segment for the show, it is going to be the NHL. And I'm talking about Chicago at New Jersey, 7 o'clock puck drop in the Meadowlands. Well, not quite the Meadowlands. We're looking more Newark than anything, the Prudential Center. But anyway, the Devils are -150, totals at 6. 54% are leaning Chicago, 72% shaded toward the over. And at the moment, the Blackhawks are +135 for some money line